Hello everybody. Now my glasses are crooked, and yeah, they're different glasses. They're new. It needs to go like that. Gracie broke my gracies, my glasses. She just politely pulled them off my face. She does that sometimes, but so far she's played with them, and I've managed to get them away from her before anything happened. But this time she took them. I had to have both my hands. She literally had one hand on this handle, or whatever you call these things, arms, and the other hand on the other one, and she literally just split, spread them back apart, and one came off. So, I texted her mama. She was with her daddy, because her mama had done, it was just a little bit ago, her mama had got through working, and her daddy was doing his evening job, dinner dart it's called. I think I've told y'all about that before, but sometimes she gets to ride with him, and that's what she was doing, is riding with him, and I still had Gracie. So I texted her and I said, I can't see, Gracie broke my glasses. She sent back, uh-oh. And I said, can y'all please get me some, pick me up a pair at Dollar Tree, that's where I get them, so it's just $1. And I sent to her $2.50. That's the strength I use, is $2.50. Doing it the wrong way, but they're cute. Look at the, how do I do this? Look at the side of them. She did right. She knows I like purple and pink, so I love it. I love it. This is so cute. Okay, guys, I ain't even said welcome back to Shades Hobby Doc Bay. This is Thursday, May the 24th, 2018, 6:49 p.m. the evening time. Albert ain't got home from work yet. Elizabeth's gone to work. She didn't have to go this morning, so she was here this morning. That's gonna bug me. She was here this morning and left around lunchtime, a little after, to go to work, so she'll be later tonight coming in. Nope, I'm doing it wrong. That bugs me. It needs to go that way a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna end up breaking them. Anyway, so, and Albert, he's through working, but he's on his way home. He's going to stop at the store and pick up something. Alright, I got something to tell y'all today. But speaking of these glasses, since I've put them on the sticker, I seen the sticker on it. It said $2.50. But, I don't know, sitting here and moving a little bit, and then starting to read or write something down, I see a little dizziness, bleariness. So, I'm wondering if the sticker was wrong on it and it's a higher strength. Because it just seems like it a little bit. You reckon that's possible? And what would it do to me and me starting to use a higher strength than what I've been using, than what the doctor told me to use years ago? But anyway, okay. Guess what? I have had a good day today. I have had a fun day today. Now, I'm tired, and I even have a headache, and my back hurts a little bit, but not real bad, and I've had a good day. Guess what? I've had Gracie today, but guess what? I just up and decided about lunchtime that I wanted to go to town. So I texted Albert and Katie both, and I said, can me and Gracie go to town? Because they had my car at the shop, Can me and Gracie go to town? And they sent back, yeah. So they brought us the car, and we took Katie back to the shop, and Gracie was in her seat. Of course, Katie had put her in there, but it was just me and Gracie. And we went to town, and what I mean by town is I drove from his shop to the Dollar Tree, which is still a good long little piece drive. It's not right here in this old part of town. You have to go into the newer part of town. So I drove to, Dollar Tree. And I was so afraid, because I'll open up on my sun visor, the little mirror, I open it up so that I tilt it where when I look up in the mirror, I can see Gracie girl in her car seat. And I was talking to her, and she was looking so, actually, the sun was shining so bright that it was actually shining in her eyes. So she was closing her eyes. And then she sat there for a long time and with her eyes closed, and she was looking a little tired and a little sleepy. And so I started thinking, oh no, she's going to fall asleep before we get to Dollar Tree, and then I won't be able to get her out, and I won't be able to go shopping, and it's going to ruin my day. But I kept talking to her, and she stayed awake. And we got to Dollar Tree, and I got her out with ease. I just had to unbuckle her, and I got her out of the car. She helped me, and then she walked, and I held her hand. And we went in the store, and we took our time. We stayed in there, Dollar Tree, a long time. And we walked up and down every aisle. Me and her had fun. We tried on hats. And then those, what are those? It's the Hawaiian flowers that you put around, wear around your neck. What are they? Lays? Is that what they're called? Anyway, we tried those on, me and her both, and we had a good old time. And I kept telling her, you know, and she didn't. She was fine with it. I said, now, we're not getting these. We're just trying them on and having fun, so we got to put them back. And she did. She took it off and handed it to me, and we put it back. And so we looked around at all kind of stuff, and we was having a fun time, and we was collecting stuff in our buggy that we seen that we wanted. And so I got a haul for y'all later. I'm not going to do it right now in this video. I'm going to do it separately. So, oh, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm tired. But I have had fun. I have enjoyed it. My baby girl was so fun. So we was putting things, and Albert had given me some money. So I knew how much money I had and how much money I could spend, and I was wanting to do this. And we was getting things and putting in my buggy that I wanted to get. It was mostly everything is for Gracie. I got very little crafting stuff for me. But I did get a few things, but most of it was stuff for Gracie, for me, her to play with and me to do with her and stuff like that. But it's things that I had been wanting to get for her. So we was having fun, and we was putting it in there. But then at some point, the girl loves balls. So at the very beginning, early on when we first went in, she seen a ball that she liked, and she wanted it. So it was in the buggy, and I was going to get her that ball. Well, then when we got back over there in the toy aisle, y'all know the pink, and they called pinky balls, and they're real heavy, and they kind of bounce really, really good. I always loved playing with those myself. Sorry, my nose is itching. When I was a little kid. So she seen those, and I was looking at something. Now, I knew what she was doing. I was paying attention, even though I was looking up here at stuff, and I was talking to her, but she was standing there, because she was in the back of the buggy, and she was standing there, and she was just grabbing a ball, putting it in the buggy, grabbing a ball, putting it in the buggy, grabbing a ball, putting it in the buggy, and I knew what she was doing, but I let her do it. I didn't say nothing. It was so funny. And so later on, you know, we went up and down all the aisles. There was a lot of stuff I wanted to look at, you know, and we was just looking, and I was talking to her about it, and I mean, we was picking up stuff, and I was showing it to her. It was funny. I didn't say nothing about it, but I noticed this too. When I would show her something, found something new to show her, I was saying, look, Gracie, look at this. And she barely looked at it. She would just take it out of my hand and place it in the buggy. And, you know, without even really looking at it hardly very good. And I knew I was going to get it, you know. So I was fine with that, and I wouldn't say nothing. But it was everything. Look at this, Gracie. She got it and put it in the buggy. Look at this, Gracie. She got it and put it in the buggy. It was so funny. But anyway, then so we kept going on and on and on. So way later, several aisles over, when she was busy looking at something else and wasn't paying attention, I snuck and got all those balls out and just laid them on a shelf, you know. And let's see. Now I left her one. Well, what I did is I took one of the pink ones, the pinky ball, and then I took the first ball she had picked out, and I showed her both of them. This was after I had took all the others out, so she don't even know that I had done that. So I showed her both balls, and I told her, I said, Gracie, we can only get one of these balls. Which one do you like? Do you like this ball or the pinky ball? And she picked the other ball, the first one she had picked. So I said, okay, we're going to put this pinky one back. And she was okay with it, and I put it on the shelf. So, but she didn't even know or realize I had took all the others out, you know. But anyway, so then we kept going, and we also come across a frog puppet. I think it was like a bath cloth that you bathe with in the tub for bath time, but it was like a hand puppet of a frog. I'd showed her that and put my hand in it, and I was doing that, and she got it, and she said, oh, she loves to hug everything, and she'll say, oh. And so she had that in the buggy. So it wasn't long after, when she got busy, I grabbed it and threw it back out on the shelf, you know. Because some of those things I wasn't wanting to get, you know. I didn't have that much money. But anyway, so we kept looking and going on down through the aisles and just having a good old time and everything. And we got to the last aisle over there where the dishes are. And oh Lord, there was this lady, bless her heart. She was an older lady. And she was standing there looking at the placemats. And she had several in her hand. And when she seen me, she just politely walked up to me. She propped the placemats up on our buggy, and she said, do you know what I do with these? And so she just started talking to me and explaining. She lines her cabinets up with them to put her dishes on, you know, and it's just so neat and clean to do, and all this kind of stuff. And she just yacked and yacked and yacked. I was polite, you know, and talked with her, but I didn't think I was ever going to get... I started praying to myself in my mind, Lord, let us hurry up and be able to get out of here. Let this woman get through talking. Leave us alone. I wasn't rude, you know, but oh my God, she was just talking, yakking to a stranger, you know. And I was just thinking, oh my Lord, will I ever get out of here? So that was funny too. But anyway, so then when we left out of that aisle, that was the last aisle, and I was ready to go get in the line and check out. So Gracie had, when we was back over, I'd forgotten to tell you, when we was back over in the dog part where they have dog toys and stuff at, Gracie had found a squeaky toy that looks like an ice cream cone. And she just, you know, she had been holding on to it for the longest. And she was playing like she was licking ice cream, you know. And so, and it would squeak, you know, so she'd squeak it every once in a while. And my nose keeps itching. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, Lord, my battery's going to die. I need to get over here and plug it up. Ow! Because I don't even see a blue bar at all now. So let me do this. I'm going to bring my chair over here to sit down. So, when we got close to the registers, and there was a line of people, and we was just kind of standing there, and so, I'm plugging up my thing, y'all, hang on. Alright, so then, I don't quite remember what it was or exactly how I'd done it, but I'd went to the side of the buggy, and, so I looked at her, and she had... Of course, she had the ice cream cone in one hand and something else in another hand, but I picked something else up, and I was looking at it, and for some reason, I didn't even really ask her if she wanted to hold it, or I wasn't talking to her about it, and she wanted to hold it, so she laid her the ice cream toy down in the buggy, and she picked and got that from me. Losing concentration or something here. And so she had these two things in her hand. And so what I done is I slid on around to the other side where I was like behind her, and she was still holding those things, and I just snuck my hand in the buggy and I picked up that ice cream cone and I laid it over on the shelf there behind me. And so for a little bit she stood there and she was looking at that. So after a while, she bends down, she puts down what she had in her hand, and she's looking all in the buggy. Then she takes her hands and she starts going, she's moving things around and moving it back and looking under, I knew what she was doing. She was looking for that ice cream cone, and that was it. I just politely went to that shelf and picked up that ice cream cone, and I said, "Are you looking for this?" and showed it to her, and the biggest smile came on her face, and I gave it to her, and I got it for her. Granny can't do her that way. I'm sorry. I tried, but I couldn't when I seen her searching under everything for it. And then the smile that came on her face when I showed it to her and said, "Are you looking for this?" Granny had to get it for her. Oh, bless its heart. We had so much fun. So, anyway, so we checked out and got our stuff, and then we went and got in the car, and then we went to McDonald's. And they didn't, I was kind of hoping they'd have a playground that her could play. You know, the inside play in a room, the slide and stuff. I was going to let her play. But they didn't have one like that. So we just went in and we ordered. I got her a kid meal with nuggets. And I got me a hamburger. And, sorry, y'all. And so we ate. And then I had called Gracie. I had called Katie, and Albert's driving up now. I'd called Katie and asked her where was the best place to eat at with Gracie that she liked to eat and all that. And she said McDonald's, so I did. So then while we was sitting there eating at McDonald's, we got a surprise, and Papa and Mama showed up, and they ordered and sat down and ate with us. Then, in a little bit, Gracie's daddy showed up and got an order and ate with us. So she got a big surprise about that. He had come in. We was in a booth, and it was me and Gracie. On the other side was Albert and Katie. And so we was sitting there talking and eating, you know. And he comes up. The booth that me and Gracie's sitting in, he gets behind her. And he's just standing there. He props up on the back of the thing. And Katie, you know, we're all just smiling. She's talking. And so Katie told her, said, "Turn around, look behind you." And when she turned around, her daddy was there, and she just grinned real big. And then she wanted daddy. That was it. And hubby's just walked in. Be careful, don't break my bottle. Hubby's just walked in. So anyway, we was eating at McDonald's, and then we left, and I took her to the library, and we looked at books, and she played around, and they had a little couch and chair sitting there, and she climbed and all over it. I know we was loud. She was trying to be, she was loud, and I kept trying to get her to be quiet, and I'd say, "Shh, we gotta be quiet." But she was loud. But there was a little girl there, and she was like, I'm gonna say 3-4 years old, and she was looking at books. And, you know, of course, she had an adult with her that was hanging around with her, and they were calling her Bella. And the little girl took right in with Gracie. She heard me call her Gracie, and so she started saying, "Gracie, Gracie, look." And they would sit, and they was looking at books together. And Gracie loved that. But the girl's name was Bella. And I said, "Gracie, how about that? Her name's Bella, like your doggy Bella." Of course, she wasn't really paying attention to what I was saying. Because, she was just, I mean, it was like when we walked in that library, it was like she got another burst of energy or something. She was a walking and a climbing and a running all around that little couch thing there they had. And I couldn't get her to settle down, but she would look at books, though, too, every once in a while. And then I checked her out 2 books, and then we came home. So we had a good day today.
They come and got her?
Yeah, we got home, and we was here for a little bit, and then they came and got her. She broke my glasses, so they got me new glasses. See my glasses? I'm wondering, that it had a sticker that says $2.50 on it, but since I've been wearing them, and when I look down at words and stuff, I kind of get a little dizzy, blurry feeling. So I'm wondering if the sticker was wrong and they're a little bit higher.
I don't know.
What it'll do to me if it is. Anyway, guys, I was just telling y'all about my day, so he's home now, and I'm going to let y'all go. And we will see y'all later. I'll do the haul later. Alrighty, I'm out of here until next time I'm done. I'm going toodaloo.